Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Jets going up against the Browns.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Wasn't mechanics, bad reads, not enough study. Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. First down, it's Kelly. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Ayers leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard, Leopard. No, check, Patriot. Set, Detroit.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. His throw incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's third down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Throwing on third and long. Callum. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Trubisky being chased out left. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, Jamal Charles. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
He's gone over 1,000 yards 5 times in his career, but he's at the 30-year-old mark, and there's a lot of concern about running backs over the age of 30.
5 yards or better per carry in each of his first 8 seasons. Now past 30, we'll see if that trend can continue. Flush to his right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Charles. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here we go now.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Don't know if we saw too much of that on the college tape. Trubisky using his legs to pick up the first.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Jordan Leggett, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
On 2nd down, Trubisky out to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. First down carry now for Crowell. Stays on his feet. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now a first down throw. Kelly. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw is Kelly. And he rifles one incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, Crowell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carries, more touches, and is your...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Brin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A dump off for Charles. Whoosh. Jamal Charles, nobody in front, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamal Charles, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second down, Kelly. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Kelly to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The 8th-year man from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Ellington. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jets take possession. Now Trubisky on first down. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First down carry here for Charles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Room here to run. Pass the Jamal Charles. Nobody in front. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamal Charles with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are going to take the lead. And he's got it up and through. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Back to Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
Kelly now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The rookie first-rounder David Njoku with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it again with Crowell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard. Back there to that Philly, here we go. No, check. Patriots.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. They go play action. Trubisky forced out to his left. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty footwork at the 45. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here we go now.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Agba in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's airing it out for Williams, and that's caught inside the 35. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Play action. It's Trubisky rolling to his right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll let Charles try and get him in. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Jamal Charles Eagles on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's Kelly on 1st and 10. A screen complete to Crowell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, Kelly. That's Njoku over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, it's Kelly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. To throw is Kelly. To throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Kelly throwing on 1st down. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Now Kelly on 1st down. He has Britt over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Green, back 99 Philly, here we go. Switch. Watching that body. No, check, Patriot.
Here's Kelly. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. To Decker over the middle. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Crowell, and he is knocked down from the side. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Here's Kelly to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ellington now to return it. And they can't bring him down. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Bruce Ellington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Crowell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Kelly. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now a first down throw. Kelly finding some room at midfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Crowell. And he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Kelly. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I know old school coaches used to just cringe when their quarterbacks weren't in the pocket throwing the ball. Whenever they were outside of it, you could just see them losing their mind on the sidelines. Nowadays, a lot of them like that. Defenses often get confused when the quarterback escapes. Coverages go haywire. But in this case,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Ayers. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Now that's a rare sight indeed, but one that their fans hope that they'll see much more of in 2017. A takeaway.
Yeah, only 3 fumbles recovered last year, tied for fewest in the National Football League. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Caught here left side by Brett. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, here's Crowell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And Crowell lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
All right, here we go. Boom, land it. Over.
Kelly now to throw on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Here we go now. Green. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Kelly operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A toss play. Here comes Charles. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Here's Jacob Shum now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. First throw now for the backup Kessler. Britt's got it, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. Now Kessler on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Kessler now to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Ayers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. On second down, Johnson. And some room to roam now. Good move by Duke. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Now let's go.
Into the red zone now. It's Kessler. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Rashid Hageman busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
That's it, baby.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watching that party. Gun.
From the gun, it's Kessler. Underneath for Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hot.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle. And they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Rashid Hageman in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now out come the Jets. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Trubisky will throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard. Over. Leopard.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They pitch it to Charles. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Play action. Now Trubisky. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First and goal here from the 2. They run it. It's Charles. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Here we go. Green.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Kessler. Room past the 20. He gets this one complete to Brent. To the end zone, touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Brent, 94 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Again, it's Charles. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit! Now let's go! Blue landing! Over! Let's go! 3-19!
Here's Charles.
3-19!
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Let's go!
Following the penalty, here's Charles. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. on the run, it's Charles. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now a 20th carry here for Jamal Charles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This is Charles. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Jets on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now it's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. Oh, no, he lost the football. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They run. Charles. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Another shot here for Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
All right, here we go. Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Third and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. The Chargers have now taken a late lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because Now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.